Have you ever been stuck on a weight loss plateau, trying everything and anything you can to lose that extra weight and reach peak health? We've all been there, but Noom's unlocked the secret to reaching the mountaintop. Go in micro. The Noom GLP-1 microdose program starts at $79 and is delivered to your door in 7 days. Start your microdose GLP-1 journey today at Noom.com. That's Noom.com. Noom. Micro changes, big results. Initial 3-week subscription and 4 weeks of medication from $79 plus tax and $179 per month plus tax for 12-week subscription thereafter. Final pricing depends on program selection. Noom GLP-1 RX program involves healthy diet, exercise, and support. Individual results may vary. Meds and personalization based on clinical need. Not reviewed by FDA for safety, efficacy, or quality. No affiliation with Novo Nordisk Inc., the only U.S. source of FDA-approved semaglutide. Not available in all 50 U.S. states.
My wife won't stop talking about Jerry.
Jerry.
Says he saved us money on car insurance.
Mine too. Found her a better rate and didn't waste her time.
Who is this guy?
Babe, Jerry checked again and found us an even better rate. Pulled 20 quotes from top insurers, showed them side by side, and helped me switch policies in the app.
It's a car insurance app.
Yep.
Let's just...
Never happened.
Do yourself a favor. Visit jerry.ai/ACAST.
On today's Smart 7, government signs new deal with France on small boats, Lebanon and Israel agree ceasefire extension, and much more. It's Friday, 24th of April. It's International Scream Day, and happy birthday, Joe Keery.
The Smart 7. It's news, but not the news.
The most senior civil servant at the Cabinet Office and the woman responsible for compiling the documents on the Peter Mandelson vetting appeared before the Commons Foreign Affairs Select Committee on Thursday. She confirmed the Prime Minister's version of events, namely that he was not aware of the outcome of the confidential vetting process before he appointed Lord Mandelson to the role of the UK's ambassador to the United States. She also testified that she hadn't seen any evidence of pressure from Number 10 over the vetting process, but that there was an audit trail on the process of what's called developed vetting.
What I can see is there is a senior official from the government security group that advises two things: that this is a decision for the Foreign Office, and two, that they would advise developed vetting is sought.
The Prime Minister was happy that the testimony has backed his version of events, but he wasn't prepared to discuss media stories that his cabinet is split over the affair.
All of the allegations that have been that he wouldn't have told me, he must have told me, I couldn't be telling the truth about this. They're all allegations by my political opponents, all of which have been found to be a case that just can't be substantiated.
Thursday saw the government announce a substantial upgrade to the small boats deal that they have with the French government. The current deal, which was focused on smashing the smuggling gangs, doesn't appear to have been particularly effective, with over 40,000 people arriving by small boat in 2025. Home Secretary Shabana Mahmood says the new deal, which could cost over £660 million over the next 3 years, will be more effective.
In its totality, I think this deal is a landmark agreement. It will really arm us to be able to go after people smugglers. We've already made huge progress on arrests, and I know that with this agreement we can go much further.
The deal includes specially trained riot police for French beaches and a new migrant return centre at Dunkirk, along with millions of pounds worth of helicopters and drone technology to help with intercepting crossings. Crucially, Minister for Border Security Alex Norris says the release of money will depend on the effectiveness of the response.
So as part of this deal, we've secured core funding elements for what we know we're going to need, but then additional what we call innovation funding that will be conditional on its success. And if it isn't working, we won't do it.
The war in the Middle East continued, but mainly on social media on Thursday. US President Trump issued threats to any boats laying mines in the Strait of Hormuz, while US troops boarded a tanker carrying Iranian oil. In response, Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi and Iran's president both took to X to announce that Iranians are more united than ever and referred to what they called Iran's iron unity. It appears there is no end in sight to the standoff, and global fuel and energy supplies continue to suffer. Trump did announce a ceasefire extension between Lebanon and Israel, which will last a further 3 weeks, and came after talks at the White House. Former diplomat and strangely celebrity traitors contestant Alexander Dragonetti told Sky News on Thursday that it's hard to tell when the pressure on Iran will have an impact.
So in the short term, actually they've got quite powerful levers. In the medium term, they have burned their relationship with a lot of the Gulf states, and they are being strangled economically.
EU leaders are meeting in Cyprus for a summit that is intended to focus on the ongoing crisis in the Middle East. However, things took a positive turn when the long-awaited €90 billion loan deal for Ukraine was finally signed off on Thursday afternoon. EU Commission President Ursula von der Leyen, along with President of the European Council Antonio Costa, met with Ukrainian President Zelensky for dinner before the summit, and the mood was one of celebration. Von der Leyen said the deal is a sign that the EU is doubling down on its support for Ukraine and also announced a 20th round of sanctions for Russia. President Zelensky already has plans for the funding.
We will try to build our Ukrainian and a system of anti-ballistic system. We need it, and of course we will share with all the partners without any questions, and because we need, all of us, we need it.
Still to come on today's Smart 7, in association with Metro, F1 sets out new rules for energy boosts, and it's all kicking off in the South African jungle. Right after this.
Have you ever been stuck on a weight loss plateau? Trying everything and anything you can to lose that extra weight and reach peak health? We've all been there, but Noom's unlocked the secret to reaching the mountaintop. Go in micro. The Noom GLP-1 microdose program starts at $79 and is delivered to your door in 7 days. Start your microdose GLP-1 journey today at Noom.com. That's Noom.com. Noom. Micro changes, big results. Initial 3-week subscription and 4 weeks of medication from $79 plus tax and $179 per month plus tax for 12-week subscription thereafter. Final pricing depends on program selection. Noom GLP-1 RX program involves healthy diet, exercise, and support. Individual results may vary. Meds and personalization based on clinical need. Not reviewed by FDA for safety, efficacy, or quality. No affiliation with Novo Nordisk Inc., the only U.S. source of FDA-approved semaglutide. Not available in all 50 U.S. states.
My wife won't stop talking about Jerry.
Jerry.
Says he saved us money on car insurance.
Mine too. Found her a better rate and didn't waste her time.
Who is this guy?
Babe, Jerry checked again and found us an even better rate. Pulled 20 quotes from top insurers, showed them side by side, and helped me switch policies in the app.
It's a car insurance app.
Yep.
Let's just...
Never happened.
Do yourself a favor. Visit jerry.ai/ACAST.
Welcome back. We've been on an extended Formula One hiatus because the war in the Middle East knocked a whole load of races out of the calendar, but the show is back on the road next weekend from Miami. And the extended break has meant that the governing body has had time to make changes to the rules around energy boosts and engine power. That should address driver concerns and make races safer. And Mercedes boss Toto Wolff has praised the changes, saying that the authorities acted with a scalpel and not a baseball bat. Mercedes driver George Russell is raring to go as he faces a stiff challenge from his team partner and championship leader Kimi Antonelli.
I love winning when there is massive competition. I want my competitor to be giving it everything because I want to beat them knowing they've given it their all, and that's what drives me.
If you're a fan of I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, then you'll already know that there's an all-star season on air at the moment, which has seen a host of big names do battle in South Africa. Friday sees the final, and without any spoilers, we've seen a fair few big names ejected already. David Hayes, Sean Walsh, Beverly Khaled, Jimmy Bullard and Gemma Collins have all exited, as has 80s pop icon and Simon Cowell favourite Sin Eater. It's all been kicking off in the tabloids though, as the GC accused Sin Eater of selling stories about her, something that the music icon was keen to deny.
I was kind of shocked that we weren't friends, and the whole bullying thing, there was no bullying. If you remember, when we were in 2 separate camps, it was actually Adam goading David with, look, we got this and you have it. Yeah. And it's just eventually, like with Orchid, it can go a bit too far.
There's an intriguing new entry into the movie genre dictionary, and that's a romantic supernatural horror. The movie in question is called Leviticus, and it's written and directed by up-and-coming Australian creator Adrian Curella. The Guardian called it a haunting and innovative horror movie. It's at 96% on Rotten Tomatoes and premiered at the Sundance Festival. It stars relative newcomers Joe Bird and Stacey Clawson as a young gay couple in a small town who run afoul of conversion therapy that unlocks a dark and scary entity. It hits cinemas in June.
Indecency. Lust. Desire. It has to go now. Look at the light.
listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Security program on spreadsheets, new regulations piling up, and audit dread? It's time for Vanta. Vanta automates security and compliance, brings evidence into one place, and cuts audit prep by 82%. Less manual work, clearer visibility, faster deals, zero chaos. Call it compliance or call it compliance. Get it? Join the 15,000 companies using Vanta to prove trust. Go to vanta.com/calm.
At Pepco, we know that rising energy costs are putting real pressure on families and businesses across D.C. Since we don't control most of your bill, we're focused on all we can do to help our customers. Providing assistance through our Customer Relief Fund, investing in reliability to reduce outages and costly repairs, and advocating for long-term solutions. That's how we're helping customers today and strengthening the system for tomorrow. Learn more at pepco.com/energy costs.